Kinda Funny Studios is brought to you by Deus Ex Mankind Divided, now available on PC, PS4, and Xbox One. This new, critically acclaimed entry into the Deus Ex universe once again has players taking on the role of Adam Jensen with an all-new arsenal of state-of-the-art weapons and augmentation. See what all the excitement is about at DeusEx.com. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the GameOverGreggy show. I'm one of your hosts, Greg Miller, alongside the producer/seducer, Nick Scarpino.
Hello.
No, we're clapping for you. We're clapping for you.
Clap for Kevin.
Clap for Kevin as well.
Kevin took the brunt of my ire on this entire project.
If, ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to the MP3, you have fucked up and are missing the first GameOverGreggy show in Kinda Funny Studios, this brand new, amazing set that Nick, Kevin, your brother, all pulled together with the help of many of your brother's staff people. But
yeah, and with the help of you guys as well. I mean, like, making some creative choices and whatnot. But yeah, this has been a fun endeavor, and it actually turned out like everything we do,
awesome.
Way better than I thought it's going to be.
No, yeah, this
like,
is
everything
amazing.
we do. I'm like, it's going to be just a garbage truck.
I can't. Well, we have a confidence monitor. I can't get over how good
I know,
it looks,
it's
how
wild,
crazy
right?
it looks. Yeah, it's wild on E. Some would say.
And we're still learning. I will say that we've
sure.
This is not the first thing we've shot. This is the first GameOverGreggy show we've shot here. But yesterday we shot P.S. I Love You, and we've got some technical hurdles. There's a little bit of a setup.
The crosshairs on everything.
There's a crosshairs on everything.
Look at that stuff, though. There's a whole new look.
It's a whole new look.
Look at the logo.
I mean,
it's a new logo.
That's the whole point, though, is like we wanted to make sure that you understand, ladies and gentlemen, because obviously if you're watching this, you're your best friend. You've been a best friend for a long time. We want you to know that nothing is changing. It will still be as terrible as always.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't matter how much production value is behind it. We'll leave the crosshairs on. We'll be idiots. We'll yell at Kevin. Something will break.
Right.
More importantly than that, thank you for helping make all this happen, man. This is so cool.
Right.
Like, when you think about where we came from, just sitting on at the kitchen table out in your like living room.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Sure.
So now we have a video wall behind us that we can put anything we want on it.
Right.
What?
So Kevin, punch up a giant photo Portilla. Just kidding. We're not that good at it. We're not that good at the video wall. Yeah,
I can do that real quick if you want me to.
No, don't. Okay. I don't want you to go do that. I understand you could, but you don't need to do it right now.
Yeah, sorry.
It's fine. You said, you got something.
I was gonna say something.
I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee right now.
I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do it.
Over here, the Pride of Long Island, Colin Moriarty.
It's good to be here with you today. Thanks for
Good to
having
be
me.
here with you. It's a pleasure. I'm always happy to have you in any way, anywhere around my
I haven't
mouth.
worn shoes during this show in a long time.
Yeah.
Just thinking about that.
You don't have to wear
Everything's
shoes.
different, huh?
Let's all take our shoes off.
No, I mean it's
Happy
Well, there could be
seen.
screws all over this place. There could be nails and
I
screws.
swept yesterday and then I screwed a bunch of stuff in. Not a big deal.
dude. The broom.
You
is
were
my
like
favorite part of the
you wanna
entire
see it?
office.
Should we show
yeah,
people
bring
the
him the
broom?
broom because it's such a meaty and
Hundreds
kind
of
of
thousands of dollars poured into this place, and it's the broom that you're all
It's
about.
so nice. It's such, you got to
Get
feel
up
the
there.
broom.
Oh wow.
Can I
It's
touch
got
it?
a
You doing
handle
some Harry
on
Potter
it.
stuff? What the hell?
I see. The thing about the broom
tip's
is that
rubbery.
it's got a lot of heft and weight to it.
Yeah.
It's a great bro. Like I can tell you spent money on the broom.
There's a half a zip tie he's getting rid of. He said.
You just swept it away.
I just got it away. It's gone.
Now
Never
it's
see it
cleaner.
again.
No,
But
that's
everything
all
else is
nice.
pretty cool too. But the broom, I feel like is
Key.
really. I mean, when I walked in here, I had not stepped foot in this place until yesterday since May, and
There was nothing in here then.
yeah, we were here specifically to rehearse for Kinda Funny Live too, and
We gotta put that video up some point.
and I was blown away. I knew it was gonna be great. I really did. I mean, it's honestly like everyone's like, well, this is kind of what I expected. I expected that they were gonna come through with something very special and something very unique, and
you guys have.
and it's really cool. It's quite daunting actually because like and I was thinking about that today when we were actually sitting at the desk yesterday for the first time. I'm like, I was telling Greg, I'm like, I hadn't felt so productive in a long time because I'm like, going. It was like when I used to work at IGN and I would actually go in at like 8 or 8:30 and then
Right.
like do all my, like answer just a shit ton of email until like before anyone even came into the office. I felt a similar way where I was like, well, I'm here with a purpose. You know?
Yeah,
And,
no, that definitely. I felt
it was
that too.
it was different. It was nice, and I enjoyed it. Got to get we're going to start being here full time in a couple weeks, and from the time we're recording this, and yeah, so very, great job, Kevin and Nick, and of course relate to your brother, who I'm sure watches the show anyway, and I think it's cool. It's a quantum leap,
Yeah.
for our company, and So more power to us, I guess, as well, because now we'll be able to do cool things on this wall, like you said.
Yeah.
And we have little shelves of toys.
Put up the Portillo photo.
He's right there.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
Move, Colin.
I just like
You're in the
putting
way.
up-
You're blocking. There you
There we
go.
go.
Aw.
Should I?
There
I
he
can move
goes.
Portillo to a different spot.
No,
if
it's
you
fine.
want.
Everything's fine. Don't worry.
I feel like
It's all fine.
Portillo should always be like right above.
He's
right
still
in the
dead.
middle.
He's still dead
He should,
center
but
behind
he
us.
should always be right to Colin's like right above his shoulder. Like
always
he's a little
watching.
Just
angel
always
above his
looking.
shoulder. I'm gonna move that for next
Can
week.
you do it where every episode it gets minusculely bigger?
Yeah.
So like we just
So
don't know
one
until
day
it was
it's
the
just
entire
space.
wall over there.
Yeah,
That's the
absolutely.
pure one, Tim Gettys, by the way.
Let him host.
Now I see you're drinking a bottled Coke.
I am in
You're
honor
kicking up your
of this.
heels.
It's been a while.
It has
It's been a while.
How
but
long
here
have
we
you
go.
been off soda, right?
No, I haven't been off.
You're trying to-
soda.
you're trying to lose
I've been
some weight.
drinking coffee on the show.
Yeah.
But this looks like it had to happen.
It had to happen today.
I was at the old Vietnamese sandwich shop down
Yeah.
the street. The Dinosaurs.
How was the sandwich?
It was good. I got a spicy
Yeah.
tuna sandwich.
Okay.
It's like you're eating sushi in a sandwich.
I like sushi and I like sandwiches. It sounds like something I'd be up for.
Yeah, pretty dope. So here we go. Cheers.
If you didn't know, this is the Game Over Greggy show each and every week. 4, sometimes 5 best friends gather around this table. Why? Why are you cutting to that shot? He was doing it too, Kevin. Do you not understand how to use this?
That's wide, obviously.
We gave you all this equipment and no training, and you're telling me you don't know when to switch the
First
cameras?
off, Kevin has been doing a phenomenal job switching. Let's give him a hand.
Kevin, we love you. We're
Because
just
it's not easy. It's not easy.
we would never see. This is the only time we ever see the show. I never watch it. I have no idea what the product looks
Kevin,
like.
when you talk, can we hear you or no?
No. There's no way they
Gone.
can hear that.
Okay,
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
gonna. It's right here.
Oh, we got Kevin's got a microphone around here still. We're still doing
I
this.
was
for him?
excited for a minute.
I was like, damn, you're going back to the classic show.
Also, why is there just a roll of gaff tape right here?
Nobody can see it.
It was on the table. I threw it back there.
That's my bad.
No, it's fine. If you didn't know, this is the Game Over Greggy show. Around this table. Each bring a random topic of discussion for your amusement. If you like that, head over to patreon.com/kindafunny, where your support has done crazy things for our lives, like this entire set. But you can also get every episode early, along with a bunch of exclusive perks, goodies, and other things. If you have no money to toss our way, it's no big deal. Head over to youtube.com/kindafunny, where we break the show up topic by topic, day by day, until the entire thing posts as one big MP3 in video for your amusement the following Friday.
It's goodies over there too.
Lots of goodies. Goodies are everywhere. I'm starting. It's the first topic on the first show.
Inaugural.
We had said that we didn't want this to change us. We didn't want to have a highfalutin set, a table we were too. Stop looking at the monitor.
Sorry.
Highfalutin set, all this stuff where
Right.
we'd be afraid to use this and fuck it up and be stupid. So we're gonna make a paint can today.
Love it. What's a paint can?
I hate you. I hate you so much, Greg. I really do.
Oh, great.
This is such a dumb idea. I appreciate that we're dumb and we're stupid, but the idea of what paint can is, I want nothing to do with this except for the Mountain Dew.
So
Do you want to know the reason why I'm actually excited about this?
Why?
Because I shopped for 3 hours to find colorful felt coasters.
Yeah.
And now we get to use
Now
them.
we get to use them. Bring them out. Bust out the felt. We're going crazy today, everybody. Yeah. Yeah.
So paint can.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Colin.
Teal.
Teal.
Turquoise.
Get more black. All right, good. So paint can, of course, has been talked about on this show before. You can take one of these. And what it is,
Do I have to drink this?
yes, you have to at least try it. I don't expect anyone to finish it because you'll die. The idea behind it, of course, is this drink from my collegiate days at the University of Missouri. The Antlers drink it. You make it in a paint can. You pass it around at a tailgate. Everybody has a really good time. You don't remember much of the tailgate or the football game for that point.
You drink it. They drink it out of the paint can.
Right. So I bought a paint can. That's key to paint can. Now, if you wanted to get crazy at Halloween, we often drink out of the plastic pumpkins. Where you go around, you get the candy when you're a little kid. You can get that. You can use chewing gum to plug up any holes in the bottom, and then you can make a paint can in that and walk around and drink out of that.
Holy shit. Did you hear that, Colin?
I heard it, but I'm not digesting it.
He's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, well,
Now,
welcome.
we're gonna
to
go
my
through.
world.
So we're going through everything you need here. Now, what you need is a 2 liter of Mountain Dew or Mountain Drop if you're cheap like we were at Safeway.
No, you're making this even worse. You got
No, you can't-
off-brand Mountain Dew.
You got to do what you got to do. So there was no 2 liter at easy money, so I had to buy all these little guys. I'm in there with the phone doing the calculation, trying to figure out how much 2 liter equates to in these guys. This is what I came up with.
overdid it.
I
like
know,
that.
but there's
I
no
appreciate it.
There's no in between. All right, so you need a paint can. You need a 2 liter Mountain Dew. You need
What
as
the
an
fuck is that?
accoutrements. You want the fresh mint leaves.
So fresh mint.
Smell some of that.
Oh my god, that's too fresh.
It's awesome fresh.
Oh,
You'll need
so
ice.
minty.
You'll need Everclear. Now, Everclear is probably the most important ingredient in it, of course.
Crap, man.
You need Everclear. Now, I didn't realize this until we were talking about this in Colin Moriarty Live, that California is full of a bunch of pussies. This Everclear is watered down. It's not right. This Everclear is only, 151 proof. It's supposed to be 190 or whatever. You're all a bunch of weirdos here,
You have
right?
better Mountain Dew, though.
True.
The fine California mountains.
Then what you got to do is you got to go get Minute Maid frozen concentrate lemonade. Then you got to go get Minute Maid frozen concentrate limeade. These are very important. And so this is all key to the entire experience. So you need the 2 liter, you need these, you need that. Then now you need ice. We already covered that. Ice is back here.
Okay.
The other thing you need is for this tailgate drink, Tim, which I can tell you're already very
Is
excited
to have
about.
previously drank a lot of alcohol.
Huh?
So this sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, you've drinking a lot of Keystone Light at this point.
Okay.
You had the
I can
30 pack of
roleplay.
Stones, you got there, you tore it up. Mizzou's getting ready to beat the shit out of somebody over there on Faroe Field. You're ready for it. You're excited for it. Then what you do is you go into the woods, and what you need to find is a stick. Now you go into the woods and you find a stick over by the tailgate spot, all right? Now, are these the same woods you've been peeing in? Of course they are. So you want to go to the top and grab one off a tree. The floor, bad place to start, right?
want a high stick.
But this adds a lot of flavor to it, a lot of character to it.
Oh.
So now, what I did though, is I'm bending the rules because I can do this, right? Well, the stick we're using is a stick from the old house, from the old set. Now this is one of the drumstick spoons we had at the house, and they're yours, right?
Yeah, I think my mom gave them to me.
Okay, cool. They aren't in circulation because they started to fall apart up here, but I thought it'd be good for this stirring part.
Half drumstick,
This stir.
half spoon.
Yeah, well, that's like
If the feeling of percussion comes over you when you're making a sauce or something like that,
Exactly. And so then you just got to start combining it all. So we'll start here. Help me out, Nick. Start putting some of this Mountain Dew in there.
Okay, all right.
All right, we're starting with the Mountain Dews. I need you to go there and start dumping them in. Okay? Now be gentle with them. Get them in there good. I'll crack them. There you go. You're doing it. Good job, Nick. He wants to block me. Now, we'll go next to these limeades, right? I'm going to start with the limeade. Now,
I knew he was going to adjust something or do something. He's totally
just
distracted.
perfectionist. He doesn't care.
Just utterly distracted.
It's like a big toy. It's a brand new toy.
So you
All
got
this?
that, right?
I'm doing all this?
You do all 4 of those. Now, what you want with
God.
the limeade and the lemonade is half, Tim.
Oh, okay.
Every paint can gets
Don't get
half
too
of each
crazy.
side, right? But be careful with the splashback. I want to keep this table very clean.
All right.
So you do this. You go in there. Just like a good old shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That sounded like a shit in a public bathroom.
It looks like a porta potty shit in here. I'm not gonna lie. Like when you look down. You're like, why
Yeah,
did
you're
I
like,
just do
what
that?
happened
Had
in
to.
there?
If you're in a porta potty shit and you got whoa, there you go. Oh my god. Hey, you know what, everybody? Still stupid. You know what? I thought we covered this in the preamble to this Constitution.
Oh my God.
Get that in there. Get that in there. All right, here we
I'm
go.
like, I don't even know what to say right now. I'm like trying to figure out how to get
out of it?
What? Well, oh my
You know
god!
what? Let me do this. Let me just go ahead and
Not all of it.
just half. Just half,
Why,
Nick.
Why didn't you just put a full one in?
Because
they're
one's
different.
That's
limeade,
not
one's
how
lemonade.
it's
Is this
made.
recipe
He
moving
hasn't
too
been
fast for
listening. He's
you?
been staring at the lights.
Did you make sauce?
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Okay, cool. Now, the Everclear, Colin.
Yeah.
You might think you put it all in. You don't. You put half of the Everclear in, all right?
Really? Oh, a bunch of pussies.
Do we need to overcompensate though because of the difference?
The Everclear. Don't spill that, or it's gonna take the paint up whatever it touches.
Jesus Christ.
When I spilled bourbon on our
I went
coffee
too much.
table
I
and
put
it
too
took all
much
the
in there,
paint
but
off.
I am compensating.
Okay.
With what? More mint?
More Everclear.
Okay.
I'm covering up. So then you do this. Here you go. Now you don't want to put all the mint in there, Tim.
In case you
Buy
want to
as
make more
twice as
later.
much mint as you need for no reason, and then
That's how you do it. You're never sure what you're gonna need when you need it.
Well, half the mint's for
So
visual.
much mint.
There you go. That's good. That's a good amount of mint, I think.
So when do you just put the full thing of toothpaste in there? End it all.
Is there
when do we go blind?
If you,
What,
after
what's
your
amazing?
first sip, you don't go
You know,
blind.
I'm gonna stop you right here.
Yeah.
We're gonna just scooch all this way a little bit, so that you and I are not reaching across the table. How's that sound?
Why don't we hold on? A
We
second.
should cover
done here.
that Mountain Dew before
Oh,
it
why
gets
isn't that
knocked
last
the
Mountain Dew in
fuck
there?
over.
Come on, man.
God, the smells. There's so many smells.
No, well, don't. It's getting high, and remember, we did buy too much Mountain Dew. I'll leave that there for you. You can have.
Yeah,
some.
one whole thing extra.
All right, so you do that. You want to push it in while you're saying that?
A little piece of mint here.
Oh God, thank you. I needed more mint.
That much, it's gonna be fine. Because it's paint can. It's meant to be made outdoors with God and nature, and when that's happening, you don't care what you're spilling, where you're spilling it. You know
Where's
what
this
I mean?
amazing paint can from?
I ordered it off Amazon.
That's awesome.
I was very excited because I was like, I'm gonna have to go to Home Depot like I had to back in
Yeah.
college, and then I was like, wait a second, I went to
no,
college
you
in
told me
2001. Things have changed. I don't have to go anywhere for this. I had the groceries delivered. I didn't have to go buy the limeade and lemonade.
I appreciate that. I'm happy that it wasn't made from a used paint can because I imagine
no,
you
that's
dumb
bad.
shits
I
did
think
that.
some antlers died doing that once.
Really?
They don't do that anymore.
Really?
No, not really.
I mean, I believed you.
Can't you just dump it in? If it takes you take one more scoop of ice, you've been doing, that's like the 15 scoop, you just dumped it in. All right.
Now I got them all worried because I was getting schmegma all over the damn set.
Ew, gross. All right, do that. Now you got to stir it up here good. We're going to stir it up nice and good. Because down there,
Now normally,
what's chilling out is that frozen concentrate. And it's trying not, it's losing some of its sterility. I don't
Greg,
know.
can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Did you get some of those gigantic party straws, like when you order a punch bowl?
No, now that is a very good point. We are not going to drink this the official Antler way. The Antler way, of course, would be that we would carry it with our fingers in it, inside the brim, around like this, and you would drink it like this.
So it gets all
And if it was on I think it was a tradition we started when I was there, actually, of the night before the KU game, right? After we had all shaved our heads into mohawks, and everybody had their dresses ready, we would sit in the Antler house in a giant circle and pass it around and toast random things and people until it was gone.
What do you think that you did to yourself during that 4-year career?
I'm pretty sure the basement of the Antler house is what gave me cancer.
That's possible.
That was always the joke because I remember we moved in and we're like, oh my God, this basement's filthy and it's filled with storm windows. And then one summer, Hayes cleaned up all the storm windows and we're like, let's go down there and play a drinking game where we throw things into cups that you drink after. And we were like, yeah. I was like, that doesn't seem healthy. That doesn't seem like the
How
right
did
thing to do.
Appalachia spill into Missouri to this extent? You were all thinking it.
My good
Someone
Lord.
should just say it.
Look at that Mountain Dew being lit. Straight looking like radioactive waste.
There you go.
Well, that's not too good channel, isn't it?
Holy crap, but it's glowing.
Gorgeous.
What's with you're just wasting paper towels.
Can you not worry about you've literally not questioned one decision him or Kevin have made by in here. You're gonna bust my balls over the paper towels. All right,
Yeah.
so here we go. Nick, you get to go first.
Save
You're
the paper towels.
You're the party boy. Well, I'll get everybody a glass, is
God.
what I'm saying, and then we'll do. Now, again, not how you should drink this, everybody.
Out of
Not
a
how you
walking
should
mug,
drink
that's
this.
exactly how you should
No,
drink
not that. I
everything.
mean, you should pass it around with your friends and drink. You might say, what if somebody's got a cold like you do right now? You think you're getting right now, Greg, and you don't want to infect your friends. Theoretically, Everclear will kill it. But we got the wussy Everclear here. You don't know if it'll kill it. You know what I'm saying, Tim?
I know exactly what you're saying, Greg.
But this is
This
a
actually
delicacy.
smells like paint thinner.
I'm going to tell you it's going to be delicious, though.
Okay.
Do you believe me?
No. Yeah, I do.
Thank you. Come here, give me one of these. Tim, how excited are you? Because you're a big drinker. Now, you like Moscow Mules.
I do.
This
That's
is
why,
pretty
to
much
be
a Moscow
completely
Mule.
fair,
Oh
like,
yeah, definitely. It's definitely a
I'm not
must.
too worried
Do you
about
want
it.
to try it first and make sure it's accurate paint can before? Because the mixture might be off.
No,
I think it's going to be fine. I think it's going to
Okay.
be fine. Yeah. I mean, I haven't drank a paint can in a good decade. So
I think we can
somebody's,
tell it's done all of its damage.
somebody's college somewhere. I don't know. What? There we go.
We can see the remnants of the paint can every day, though.
There was a lead-lined paint can I drank out of. All right, here we go. Cheers. You get a good smell. Yeah, okay.
It smells like a Moscow Mule.
Yeah, told you.
To be
Told
fair,
you.
to be
To the
fair.
new studio, to the future, kind of funny. May she forever be the dumbest thing we do. And see, that's delicious. You can talk all the shit you want. You don't
Holy shit,
taste the
that's good.
Everclear at all.
That's really dangerous.
That tastes like a Moscow Mule.
It's not bad.
With
really good.
Mountain Dew,
Sure.
which I'm not going to lie. I am fucking in love with this thing.
Right?
Thank you for bringing me into this in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, to be very clear,
Can I just
we got a
go
lot
order a paint can?
we got a lot of
from the
work to
bar?
do today, and the paint can will sneak up on you. You should make that the sip there I've given you. Make it that last.
I'm already
Oh,
hammered.
yeah.
It goes well with coffee.
I have a dinner reservations at 10:15, so I'm gonna take it easy.
Okay.
I gotta be up late tonight.
Yeah, you do.
What you
Yeah.
doing? Putting some work in?
Yeah, what are you gonna do? You don't
No, I'm
gotta
just
go
trying
to
to-
work.
Just trying to go to dinner.
Oh,
You're trying to go to dinner, but you're going to end
trying
up
to get something to eat.
All right.
heading straight to motherfucking Pound Town.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
All right. Well,
You
You
order
gonna get a
pound
full
town?
pound burger?
you guys are terrible.
No,
Why
I'm
would
sorry.
you?
I got
that's-
nothing.
Now, to Nick's credit, Nick's very tired.
I am.
Nick
Give me 2
hasn't
more
been on
weeks.
the last couple shows that well.
Christ.
He's been trying to catch up to himself.
Nah, I'll get
He's
there.
doing
I'll
it fine.
get there.
But yeah, this is paint can. It's delicious. It's what got me through
I'm into
college.
it. I'm really into
many
it.
a staggering Mizzou loss was forgotten by this drink. Many relationships were started with this drink. Many relationships ended. I've seen people fall out of trees after drinking it. It's no big deal.
Trying to get the stick for the next one. They're just climbing.
The best.
See, that's the thing is I don't like the idea of the stick, and I don't like the idea of everybody sharing the same thing.
Sure.
But I love the idea of the drink.
Yeah.
I'm into
And
it.
you're enjoying it so far. Yeah.
I want you to get hammered.
That's
and
a
then do
bad
Gamescast
idea.
after this.
It'll
Just
sneak
see
up
what
on
happens.
you. Don't do that. Yeah, yeah. I think my favorite paint can memory, we'll say, right? That is a distinct paint can memory from college, right? is when the first time we were doing it in the Antler House. I think we were passing the paint can around, everybody's doing the drinks and making toast and stuff, blah, 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 blah. At one point, it got to our friend Travis, who is a mountain of a man. Biggest human being I've ever been in the presence of for a long time. Yeah, exactly.
You are a mountain of a man.
And he was, we'd all had enough of this paint can where bad decisions were just the only decisions. And he had it and made a toast, and then he went, and he punched our ceiling. And he was big enough that he did punch like a visible hole in our ceiling. And then everyone else in the circle started jumping up trying to punch our ceiling. And my friend Kyle had to come in and be like, no, you can't do this.
No. Can you imagine just being the upstairs neighbors and a fucking giant hand just pops through the floor?
There was another time after paint can at a tailgate. You know, again, it's just a tailgate. So maybe it was the circling up with the Keystone Light. Maybe it was the shots. Maybe it was just not, partying all night long, being a bunch of idiots, right? Mm-hmm. And this is, if I'm lying, I'm dying. I have already told you my most Missouri story. We've talked about that before on this show.
I'm glad that everything made it over from the old studio.
No problem. If I'm lying, I'm dying. God damn. One of my most Missouri. You heard the most Missouri story. This is definitely a runner-up to it. So where the Antlers tailgated when I was there, and I think they still do, right? Backed up to the softball field and then the football practice field.
I'm familiar.
And this is all fenced in. You are not, but I appreciate you rolling with me and being being a bro. There you go. Paint can bros for life. Mm-hmm. We're sitting, and now this is actually a memory that I've only heard about because I fucked up and I was so hungover I left the tickets back home, so I had to go back and get the tickets because I was in charge that year for the football game. But the story goes that everybody's been drinking, paint can, having a great time, being a bunch of college kids, and they notice on the football field, the football practice field up there that's fenced in, but you cut through to go to the game, there's a deer. A deer has come and now it is running around completely crazy. It doesn't know what's going on. You know what I mean? It can't figure out how to get there. There's people here. Deer don't want to be around people. That's the kind of thing. Our friend, we'll call him Ted. Not his real name, but there's no reason for real names. You know what I mean? We're not going to drag people through the mud here.
Was Bob from South Carolina there?
No, Bob's not from... I didn't know Bob from South Carolina yet, sadly. Ted sees this happening. Mm-hmm. Ted, country boy. He's
good old Ted, yeah.
He's done a few things in his life involving all sorts of... Yeah, exactly. Hunting and whatnot. He's not afraid of an animal of this size or stature.
Especially not no deer.
Exactly. And he's been drinking a little bit. And he's shirtless. And his plan is he wants to tackle this deer. And so what he decides to do is, if I'm lying, I'm dying, Tim. He goes up into position where there's only one out. Eventually, this thing's got to either come out the way we are, right down our hill into our tailgate spot, or figure out all the way over there. But it's already there. It's going to figure this out eventually. Deer comes, cuts out, Ted, right around the neck, wrestles it to the ground. Now, once he's got it on the ground, not a lot of logic going on. Ted's decision at this point is to start trying to break its neck. At which point, adults who haven't been drinking since 6 a.m. or whatever walk by and they're like, what the fuck are you doing? Let this deer go. And he lets the deer go and it runs away. But I've never heard of a human being tackling a deer and then getting it to the ground and going like, this is as far as I planned. I don't know what to do with this. And what do we do now?
Is this the same? Is Ted the same giant guy that just broke
no.
the ceiling?
No.
So this is a tiny little dude.
No, not a tiny little dude. I'm trying to think.
Mid-sized Ted.
How many giants did you live with?
No, he wasn't a giant. He was our. I don't want to. He was our best looking one. He was cut. He was jacked. He was yoked, as you would say.
Did he have something to prove? Was he that type of jacked?
No, he was a fun guy.
He was a fun guy.
He might have said something like that. I don't know. I wasn't there for that part.
Fuck up that deer.
This is one of those things. I come back with all these tickets and we're like, Ted just tackled the deer. And I was like, what?
What do you think the deer told his deer friends when he got away?
Oh, dear.
Oh, dear.
I just barely got away.
What? Why did he emphasize bear?
No idea.
Tim, what's your topic?
That is an excellent story. I think that's your number one story.
Thank you very much.
News. My topic is kind of similar if you want to.
Oh, good. What drink are you making?
Put it that way. No. Similar to the story you just told. So me and Colin and Kevin were walking. Where were we going? Getting some ramen?
Yes.
We're probably getting some sweet, nasty ramen. A couple days ago, we were walking, and then we see these tiny little girls, like 5-year-olds probably, right?
Yeah.
Family of, I don't know, 100. There was so many of them. Like, I don't know why there was so many of them. It sounded like there was even more than there was, but there was a lot. Probably six of them, right?
Right.
They're all running around, and of course, the first thought we all have is, how many could we fight? If these little shits decided to attack us right now, how many could we hold off? And we had an interesting conversation. We're talking 5-year-olds.
5-year-olds. So
a little taller than that.
You know, like.
Oh, shit. 5. Oh, but
right?
From the floor?
Yeah, definitely. 5?
Yeah, about that.
Yeah.
About that. Okay.
Okay.
So my question is, one-on-one, how many of those little shits could we take on and survive and get out of?
But
also as a group. If it was all of us plus Kevin, we're there getting attacked by the swarm of hellions.
This reminds me of the most popular topic on the GameOverGreggy show.
Oh, you mean our 200,000 view episode of the GameOverGreggy show?
Right.
Really?
No.
I don't know. Have we ever had one of those?
No, that doesn't sound
I don't
right.
think that ever happened.
Yeah, I don't think it did.
This reminds me of my feral cat topic.
Would you want a medium-sized mountain lion or what was it, 100 feral cats, 500 feral cats?
No, just a sea of feral cats. Like you can't see the ground. So you said one-on-one, but what you meant was one on X. Like right, we're deciding what X is.
What do you mean? What are you trying to say is solo?
Solo, I feel like you could take at least 15 of these little fuckers.
15?
15 of them, right? Because the first one's going to come at you. He's going to come at you hard. You got to make an example out of him.
Do they know what's happening? They've been instructed they have to kill me, or am I just going into however many are there?
I mean, you really went farther with the kill, but like,
oh, we're not
fuck
trying.
it.
No, I don't. When I fight, I'm not there to knock you out. I'm there to paralyze you or end your life.
Damn, you are gonna snap that deer's neck.
100%. It would.
You're not just gonna.
It would
grab
be that. That's how I go down. It's like the infamous scene in Batman v Superman where he breaks the guy's neck and everybody gets him and they beat him, and then one 5-year-old walks in with heat vision and cuts me in half.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were
I can
going
imagine
that.
that.
What I was thinking was you take one of them like right off the bat and you do that. Remember the last guy he punches in that cool scene at the very end of Batman v Superman, where he basically punches his head through the ground. Yeah. That's what I would do to the first fucker that came out to me.
Oh, no way.
Little shit.
See, because we talked about the first move we doing, grabbing one of them and trying to swing him at the other one.
Sure. Exactly. Like to me, it's all about two things: vigor and dexterity. As long as you can keep them at bay, and you have the dexterity to kind of move around and like kind of circle around, and you could probably go for a while. You could probably go for minutes and minutes at a time. You could probably go through dozens of enemy 5-year-olds at that point. But the second I feel like one latches on you or a couple get you, then you're gonna start like it's like I said, it's like Kramer in the karate studio,
dojo,
or whatever,
yes.
in the dojo in Stanfeld. I feel like you got to keep them at bay. What I was saying, what an interesting move would be, is the Zangief spinning arm move, but they're too short. Is what I thought.
Yeah.
But could you also not just kick one in the sternum and just send them flying back into another one? In other words, you need to buy yourself a few seconds every now and then to breathe.
No, this is definitely like the feral cat argument, where I think my first move, if I get to just go, I'm power bombing one just for the hell of it to start the whole thing. Like we just walk in, I'm like, oh, pow, and like what? I'm screaming, power bomb! Yeah, I'm just fucking taking this cat. But then I'm just sprinting through them for a little bit.
You're just running through.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a bad idea, though.
I know they might get me, but I still
feel like you're also losing your
energy
energy doing that. You have to
But
your energy.
They're losing something
It's
too.
just horde mode.
No, they're not.
Now, Colin,
they're 5 years old, Greg.
To sort of evolve your concept, what if you picked one of them up by the feet and then swung him around?
Yeah,
in that helicopter.
That's what we were.
No, that's the
what we were
plan.
talking about.
Okay,
what I'm
that's the plan.
afraid of. Well, that was the first one we had talked about. That's good, but what I'm afraid of is that also might use a lot of energy.
It's going to. I mean, that's like using a full super meter in Street Fighter 4. You know what I mean? It's just like you're already out of that. Now you gotta work up and gain the momentum back. But that's not how real life works.
And then you could.
So I don't think it's going to work out.
You're gonna find yourself in some hand-to-hand combat too. You have to take some punches. You know, you're gonna have to just knock some. You can do uppercuts.
Is there
uppercuts are gonna be tough because you
real
gotta get
low.
But you
low.
gotta get really low. Like think about how low Ken gets when he goes.
Sure, but I feel like you're getting low. That's when they latch. They jump on your back and they do that thing where they got their
that's
arms
the difference
around you.
though between the little children and the feral cats. Is the cats are animals, right?
Yeah, they'll get up there.
The children, they have minds. They can think. They know it hurts when you get hit in the balls. So they're going straight for the
That's
balls.
a great point,
they're
too.
also right there. Here's the thing. I'm thinking about little kids as a general idea. When you're with them, they always seem to fall in the weirdest ways and to just not make any sense when it comes to gravity. Or
They have weird ragdoll physics.
They do. So there's been a lot of times I've been with, I guess not 5-year-olds. It's usually younger than 5, but where they'll be jumping around. They always fall and it always hits me in the dick. They're not trying to, but they just always,
Aren't they?
always end up there. Okay. So I'm worried that if they're trying to get there, even a little kid punch to the dick is going to really hurt. You know, the cats, I mean, they don't know to go there.
Yeah.
The kids know to go there.
Yeah.
And all they need is that one little hand.
So how many do you think you can get through?
I don't know. I mean, I could definitely take one.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, let's work backwards, right? I could do 1.
Yeah.
Could do 2.
Easy.
3. Yeah. 4. Questionable. 5. I don't know. 5 might be the number that I
think you have the killer instinct. That's the whole
thing.
thing where you're like, I jumped to killing, and you're like, oh, I didn't think of that. I mean, like you got to have that in you because if you're gonna go in there and you're gonna like try to give. I'm going in there. And I'm going just. I'm just fucking taking these people.
Well,
I'm grabbing them by the head. I'm like, is your head still soft? And they're like, I don't know. And I'm like,
that's what
I'm trying to scare the other ones too.
That's a good point. I mean, that's what I'm trying to say is that with the feral cats, like they're animals, they don't really have self-awareness. So like you can't really scare them by doing something to another cat, right?
Yeah, totally.
But should the first child come at you and you literally rip its head off like a fucking top, do the others get scared?
And then they're running and they're like, I'm assuming we're in some room and they're clawing at the walls, and I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna scream in that like voice I do, you know what I mean? Where I'm just like, you don't get it. I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me. And I'll do that laugh that you guys think scary. And there'll be a few of these fuckers that think they're like Big Dick Dudley and they're gonna stop me, but I'm going right for them next. Yeah. And that's the whole thing, just fucking picking them up. And like the walls the kids are screaming at.
I got a lot of questions,
the
Greg.
kids up above them and they fall down.
I got questions. Yeah. Do you think that you could rip a kid's head off?
No, I think I could break their neck pretty easy though.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I feel like I would panic. My thing is this. You got the first one comes in, he's getting that fucking like that right hook, right? Come in with the right hook.
He's done.
The next one's coming this way, I assume, right? They're not coming, they're in front of us,
come
right?
from all around you.
I'm going that way with that one, and then probably at that point though, another one's grabbing my leg, right? So this is where we start getting into trouble. Because I'm gonna have to start hitting him in the top of the fucking head, right? But then while I'm doing that, if it doesn't get off in the first hit, the next one's grabbing my leg, and then I'm going down. So I'm saying like,
no,
I'm gonna revise.
2 kids aren't gonna take you down. On
Two
the
kids
legs.
could because they lock the leg, they lock on like this with their feet as well,
Fuck,
and then you can't move, and then another one just comes and runs at you, and you just fall down.
Just straight fucking like drop kicks.
Then you're into Gulliver's Travel territory where they're just starting to throw ropes over you.
My favorite Bible story.
Yeah.
That's the thing though, is like I think you're getting this is where we have the advantage. Where we can instill fear in these children. Mm-hmm. They're not Terminators. They feel pain, right? Like the cats it's hit or miss if they're gonna run when we attack them, right? But yeah, these kids grab you on the legs. That's like usually a cute kid move, you know what I mean?
Right.
And rather than punch down, what you gotta do is just go up here and just and like when you fucking crack a fucking 5-year-old like that's like a skull fracture and an orbital bone, and
he's at least gonna forget like his alphabet or something. Like you just knocked out all of the A through like M. He's got nothing else.
So like do your ABCs, and
he's like
and he means you mean the NOPs.
Oh Christ!
Oh my God! So
okay, the concept of ABC still out.
Since we're smart, right? We can outsmart these people. Do you think that we can, instead of fighting, use our wit and how clever we are?
Well, I didn't know that was an option.
I don't know.
I
Do you
wouldn't
think that we could just just make fun of their mothers and just make them cry?
Well, the whole problem is I don't understand what they understand at this point. Do they know that 15 enter only one leaves? I guess 15 of them could leave theoretically. Like, do they know they have to take me out? Or is it that I'm just walking into a Chuck E. Cheese? I walk in, look around, turn around, chunk, lock the door. And I got the Batman cowl on.
One kid's just still eating a piece of pizza. It falls out of his mouth. He's like, oh, fuck. It's on. It's on. Big boy, bring the pain.
Dude, definitely not that. In no scenario are you just going in unprovoked. I'm trying to see. The question isn't how many kids do you think you can take out?
So they know. They know it's life and death.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an interesting one. That does change things to an extent, right? Because I don't know if we could scare them as easily. They understand. If they understand, do 5-year-olds understand the concept of death and like that?
I don't think so.
This guy's gonna kill you or you kill him. Can we explain that?
Where the other thing that's important to me is where is the arena? Like, is it on a street? Like can I pick up weapons? Can they pick up weapons? Are there things around us? Like,
I think it's an octagon.
It's an octagon. There's nothing to be done except to fight.
And there's a
with
limited
your
amount
fists.
of space. You can't really. So you have to be very strategic with how you like circle around this group of children. That's why I'm saying it could be dangerous because if they get behind you and you already can barely see them as you're looking at them straight because they're so low, right? You gotta look down.
You'll be fine.
When they come behind you, one gets on your neck like a fucking koala bear. And he just starts choking you, right? It doesn't have the strength. It doesn't have the strength to choke you, but it's just enough to start slowly cutting the air off. You can't think, and then you see stars, and then boom.
I mean, if we're in the octagon, then I'm going to corner myself intentionally, to protect like all my my angles. And then if I were to get surrounded, I could probably drop a shoulder or do something to run through them, or hurdle over some or do something.
Climb the back of the octagon. Climb the octagon.
Yeah, I could do. I mean, I just feel like you're underselling how many of these kids you can take before you were taken out. And I really feel like it comes back again to vigor and dexterity. The second you run out of vigor or your vigor starts to wane, the second you're not dexterous anymore, then it is all about making that first mistake and being overwhelmed. But I think it's going to take 3 or 4 of them to overwhelm you. If you can rectify those mistakes, I feel like you're underselling yourself. You know, you're saying like 2, 3, 4. I feel like
I think it's easy. I think 2, 3 easy. 4 questionable. 5 is where it starts getting dicey. But I do think I can take 5 because that's the thing is like just sheer size and sheer just fucking like before they overwhelm you. I think I could take out 5. So 10. I don't know. Those little shits will get all over me, lock me down. Because again, I will have used all of my energy.
Their fingers are going to be everywhere too.
I know.
Little spindly
Little
kid
tiny
fingers.
ass
and if they don't get you, you're probably going to get sick from them later because
That's a
they're
great
gross.
point. They're playing the
gross.
long game. They're playing the long game.
Yeah.
You like, the win condition is 20. You win. The octagon is littered with bodies, and you think you get out and you go and celebrate, and then 2 days later you feel a little scratch in your throat, and you're like, God damn it,
They got me.
They got me. The long con.
The long con, they called it. Nick,
Yes.
what's your topic on this beautiful set you made?
One of the fun things about the set is that we got to decorate it. And this just happened to be one of those rare coincidences in life where it's kismet. In that I was having
the Superman character?
Yes, exactly. Tim and I were having lunch with my parents down at Comic-Con. And my mom mentioned, hey, we still have all your old toys. Would you like them? And when my mom says that, what she really means is I'm going to throw them out.
Get your shit out of the house.
Get your shit out of the house.
She was like, we have a big Darth Vader thing.
Yeah.
That's what the quote was.
So I was like, yes, I want them because we're building this set, and I think it'd be awesome to maybe decorate some of the set with some of my old toys. And also, please don't throw them out. So called my brother and said, yo, Mom's going to drop off. He was actually going to drive the truck up with all the set components.
Yeah.
Like 2 days later, they were loading it. So I'm like, this might work out perfectly. Now, granted, it stressed Matt out a lot because I didn't exactly tell him what was happening. She just showed up with them. It was kind of fun. And then she was already mad because she didn't get a hold of him, but she didn't try. It doesn't matter to her. Long story short is they brought all my toys up, and I thought I'd share some of those with you.
Oh,
starting
show and tell?
with some of the ones that are on the set right now, which you can see. Right here are all my Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Right. So you've got Casey Jones, Splinter's behind him over here.
But Splinter doesn't have his outfit. He's just a naked rat.
Yeah, he's butt naked.
Nobody
because-
actually has Splinter's outfit. That thing gets lost week 2 max.
Why are you making him naked?
That's how everyone's Splinter looks.
My
as far
Splinter
as I'm
was
concerned.
mid-condition, sir.
Can you cut
If I
this?
You
sent
don't know how to
down,
play
if
with
I
your
sent
toys then.
down, if I went into my dad's attic and got my big Ninja Turtles bag, I'd have a Splinter right all set to go.
Now, it's funny because your memory, they say in crimes, you can't really eyewitness reports not that great, right? Because your memory is different. You remember things differently. I remember having all of the Ninja Turtles, like the original Ninja Turtles, right?
Yeah.
What I didn't realize until I unpacked them was that I had the original
Leo,
the original Donatello, the original
Nope.
the
Leo,
original Raph,
Raph,
the original Michelangelo,
Mikey,
and some weird ass
Jank Donatello
that's way bigger than the other
that
ones.
I can't even explain.
knockoff version of Donatello.
The fuck's up.
I think he
He's
kicks or
knockoff?
something.
Look at his
Like,
face.
Oh, he like winds up.
That's
or
not
something.
knock. That's like the movie. That's like the movie version.
No.
Remember when they put out the movie ones that had like the
trench
liver
coat?
spots on them and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gross. What the?
Oh, it swims. It
Oh.
swims.
Maybe he has the swimmers.
Put him in the paint can.
No, it's gonna
take all the paint
These
off
things
them.
are like, be careful. Don't touch your eyes after this, by the way.
we're not drinking the
Something
paint
happens
can.
to this rubber after 20 years that it becomes toxic. Like I went home after we put these on and my whole face was itching. No big deal.
It's probably some ancient fucking disease that you left behind on the toys.
They thought it was gone forever.
All right,
was
let's
the
get
fucking
let's
5-year-old
get to
kids.
the let's get
the
this out
really
of
long
I'm gonna keep
con.
pointing. So we've got some other stuff. We got some Robotech stuff back there. We got some other stuff originally from the house. But this is the stuff that I didn't put up because I couldn't bear to part with it. These are my G.I. Joes.
Yay!
Also, when your mom said she was going to bring your toys, I did not expect 4 giant crates. And this.
Well, you have to remember also that my brother, Greg, what are you doing down there? What's happening? You're rubbing mint on yourself? Jesus Christ. You got to remember I had a brother, so we had years of collecting these toys. So a lot of these were Matt's as well. Like half of these are probably Matt's because we just, whenever one kid got a toy, the other kid has to inevitably get a toy.
Storm Shadow Mark II.
There you go.
Right here, Storm Shadow Mark II. Now I noticed that a lot of your guys are wobbly. Oop, I dropped the backpack. Look at them.
I
Yeah.
feel so bad for you guys. Like, these were the toys you
know,
grew
Dude,
up
right?
these are fucking awesome. Cobra Officer, 1983.
These are like these are the
at this guy,
5-year-old children versions of toys.
I was gonna say, look at this guy just touching his dick, and he's got no definition.
why
He's got
are
no
they so
articulation.
small?
Barbecue.
This
They're
was-
3 3/4 inches.
Why?
Because that's the way they are.
I only
Destro.
fuck with 6 inches.
I noticed you had 2 frogmen.
It's a God-given right.
You have 2 frogmen.
I do?
Yeah.
Awesome. Destro, here you go.
Duplicates, you can trade those in.
Yeah, this is the original Destro.
Isn't that amazing? Now, you asked another question, Colin. You said this is where all of the G.I. Joes are, but where are all their weapons?
Yeah, their weapons in there. You have some backpacks, but where are the
Now,
weapons in the backpacks?
My dad, in an attempt to save all of these toys, kind of brought them together, cleaned them all up, did some surgery on them. So you'll notice some of their legs are actually pretty tight because he put new rubber bands in there, like new rubber washers in there. Found the right size washer, which was amazing. And then separated all of the smaller weapons so they didn't get lost into Tupperware. So I'll grab those right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to say then they threw them away or something.
2 Cobra officers.
Oh my
Well,
God.
actually, one's a Cobra, one's a Viper, and one's an officer.
Just look at the
They
years
just
of
painted
dust
them
on those
differently. The same
pins.
mold.
Of course. This does blow my mind, though. This was 3 3/4 inches.
This was my
Like,
favorite.
these look like McDonald's.
This was my
toys.
favorite. This is Lifeline. He was the medic, the G.I. Joe medic.
Who's this beautiful
You can
baby?
tell.
And his
All the crosses.
Who's this one? Who's this?
These are all the...
Zorana.
Zarana.
Feral cat ladies.
Oh, here are the new Turtle weapons.
You kept the things that the weapons came on?
I guess. I don't know.
So you guys remember that the weapons used to come on these trees and you'd pull them off so it would be
They
easy
kind
for
of
them
look
to-
like weapon.
G.I. Joes did not come on these until later.
They look like weapon crates at that point, right? And you could see like the Ninja Turtles having their swords and sais hanging on them.
All right, so
Here's something interesting that I didn't realize until just right now. Is
Yeah.
that you see this toy above my shoulder right here.
Yeah.
That is what I thought was a Veritech fighter from Robotech. Turns out it's not. Because it came with this,
Transformers?
which is a Transformer, which is very weird.
Okay.
I don't know why it has that logo on it. That is clearly...
It's Jetfire.
Is that Jetfire?
Yeah, I love how you have it all like
That's Garwalk. That's one of the configurations of a Veritech fighter.
interesting.
Yeah.
I mean,
but it came,
yeah,
this
looks
made it a
mid-transformed,
super Veritech fighter.
malfunctioned.
So here's
man,
what
so
here's what I
funny.
respect about your G.I. Joe collection. I have most of these, and I would say, and I have many. You have 2 bats, by the way, as well. Bats were Mars Corporation's robotic soldiers,
Yeah,
of course.
yeah, I remember those
Now, what I'm impressed about with this is your G.I. Joe 2 Cobra balance, and you have all the dreadnoughts as well. Which
Oh,
I think
I
is,
love
which
the
I think is
dreadnoughts were, like, my
intentional.
favorite
So
back then.
you know, here's one. You have Zartan's in here somewhere. You have Buzzsaw in here somewhere as well.
Is the Baroness in there?
I don't think you have the
I
Baroness.
think I had the bear. I could have sworn I had the Baroness, but I couldn't.
This is Cobra Eel, I think, right? Here's another one. Buzzsaw. Snow Job.
Our
This
favorite.
wasn't Paulson.
Rob Paulson.
Rob Paulson.
Yeah.
This was his character.
What up, Rob?
Snow Job.
See, look, Jetfire.
that
Looks
is
a lot different than that.
Yeah, that Jetfire looks sad as fuck.
Yeah.
That looks like,
Serpentor with
you remember in
no
Beetlejuice when Alec Baldwin's face got pulled out?
But here's
and
what I
stuff?
don't understand is they must have bought the license from Harmony Gold because look up Veritech Fighter.
Well, I mean, they're mechs that
VF1S.
turn into jets.
It is exactly the same color. It looks exactly the same.
I mean, it's from 1984.
Look, maybe it was beforehand.
Yeah,
maybe
maybe-
Robotech ripped them off.
Jacked.
So I want to pull out a few of the famous G.I. Joes, and I want to see, and Cobra. I want to see if you guys. I'm sure Nick will know.
This is
But
another one of the dreadnoughts.
I have no idea about any of these.
No, God, that's Sergeant Slaughter.
so
Look at
Nick,
that.
Sergeant Slaughter?
You have half of Cutter.
Where's his
What happened
hat?
to the rest of the cutter? It's in here somewhere, I think, in the Tupperware.
This is Stalker Mark 1, right? He came with a boat, didn't
I
he?
don't even know the hell that is.
I think he came with like an actual like small boat.
Oh, we have some of the actual vehicles as well.
Lady J.
And Lady Jane.
Look at her little legs. Give her a shake.
Yeah, they're a little loose right now.
They're not supposed to be like that. They didn't
What?
come
What
up
are you doing to Splinter? Are you making him? Is this a wrestling move or a sex move?
No, it's a sex move.
Okay.
It could be. It did look like a power bomb for a while. Then
It's
it
one of my
turned into
favorite
this.
G.I. Joes. Is Dial Tone. Dial Tone was, and both of his thumbs are broken. Dial Tone, which was when you broke a thumb on a G.I. Joe, it was like the end of the day.
chaos.
I had to like go to bed when I broke a thumb on a G.I. Joe because you're putting weapons that they don't blow. Dial Tone was like a communications expert for G.I. Joe, but I want to find
This guy was my favorite, and I can't remember his name.
Beachhead.
Beachhead, is that what it's
I think
used
this
to-
is
I just
Beachhead.
like the way he
Beachhead.
looked.
Yeah.
Snow Job, Beachhead.
I think this is Beachhead.
Lady J.
So the funny thing and what you should do with
The
this
Rock.
stuff.
That's what he played.
That's Roadblock.
Roblox, yeah.
What you should do. So there's a really awesome website. It's been up since I was literally in middle school. It's called yojo.com. And it's insane how fucking comprehensive it is. These beautiful shots of every one of them from 82 to 94, all angles, all of their weapons, all of their file cards, like different variations. And you can go on, they have this cool thing where it's like, look at, the famous G.I. Joe movie, you look at the inside of the leg and you can see the date from the wave that they're from.
Oh, that's cool.
You start there, and sometimes it's on their butts. For a lot of guys that came with vehicles, it's actually on their asses. And then you look and you can start like narrowing down who the characters are, and then you can look at them. You can see what variation you have, and then you can see what weapons you have with them or whatever. Like this is Beachhead's original backpack for sure.
No shit.
So
86 Hasbro. This one says made in Hong Kong. I'm guessing all of them were.
here's Zartan.
There he is. Look at his belly. It's
But
hanging
this
out.
is the wrong legs. Your dad put the wrong legs on this one.
God
This is not
damn
his
it,
legs.
Dad.
His legs.
God
How do
damn
I
it.
know his legs say G.I. Joe on them? He's
Dad.
a mercenary. He's a bad guy.
Well,
mercenary.
Lou did the best he could. He didn't really watch the original series.
Oh no, this is Beachhead. Actually, I think they're both Beachhead. They might be both variations. That's Beachhead for sure.
I could have swore I had
at
Storm
this.
Shadow V1. I had Quick Kick. He's in there somewhere.
You have.
This dude was my favorite. Who the hell was this guy?
Let me
I
see.
love the way this guy looked.
Oh, it's a technical name. Sci-fi?
Maybe.
I think that's sci-fi. There's sci-fi Mark II. He came with a little satellite dish.
Was this guy's story that he got pulled through like a time warp?
That's cross country, and
And
he's
he-
a mechanic.
He looks like he's a fucking Civil War soldier who got like sucked through and then had to keep fighting.
Scooch a little in. Because you're profiling, I'm not. And I don't like that. Just come this way. Yeah, there you go.
Do you want me
right
to start
there.
the show?
Yeah, can we restart? Is that
What's
possible?
up, everybody? Welcome.
So Nick,
There you go. I like that.
so you know how this is all owned by Hasbro?
Yeah.
So I've been reading Transformers comics forever.
Okay.
And currently the run they've been doing the last couple of years has been fantastic. Of course, they need to fuck that up because they're comic books. So they're like, oh man, we need to have the shared universe thing too. So now there's a freaking comic event coming up called Revolution that all the Hasbro brands are coming together. So Mask, G.I. Joe, Transformers, all this shit is going to be in the same universe. And that bothers me, but I need to deal with it.
These are my mask toys. Now I know I had Max Striker someplace.
Dude,
but
I remember
don't
these
have
so
them.
well.
Those
My brother
look
had so
huge.
many of these. That they're
These
small.
are huge because they would.
Dude, this is so. Oh my god, this is so nostalgic.
They would like. Hold on, this one did something cool too. I think.
Oh my
Fuck,
god,
I can't remember. What do these do? Colin, remember?
What'd you say?
This one transforms. They would
I
just
hope
transform
so.
into other vehicles.
Yeah, didn't the gun come out when you didn't the wheels move the gun in and out of this? Holy shit.
Give him Mike.
What's wrong, Kev?
Just
What? What?
What
move
does
the
this
drinks?
make you feel? Like, this is ancient shit, right?
Well, it's funny because I had not all like
I'm gonna break this.
those are my Ninja Turtle toys. You know, like the ones he
No,
has up there.
the Ninja Turtles are
yeah.
cool.
And it's just like I got a lot of my toys from garage sales, so
Yeah.
like a lot of this shit's like, oh, I kind of play with that. It's weird that like it came from somewhere.
So I remember this.
Yes.
My
mask.
Mask.
Can't push it because it hurts.
That's the first time seeing that.
That's what I used to do.
Dude, I love this. I love this thing though. Let me.
That's pretty
Do you have
legit.
loose mask figures?
No, they're all in there. I think. Well, here's some more legs for the Joes.
Dude, I want to do surgery on all these for you and put them all back together. It'll be a fun little thing,
do, that'd be amazing.
and we can match all the weapons up and stuff. So this was my favorite part of this thing is that you would do this and then this thing somehow like that, and then you'd.
Ah.
But there's guns here that were attached to the wheels.
Oh,
When
thank
you would
you.
move the
Thank
wheels,
you.
the guns would like yeah.
Yeah.
I think the gear's broken.
Some micro machines?
That is a micro.
Oh my, no, is it? Oh my god! I remember. I thought micro machines in my head are so much smaller than that.
Micro machines, I think, are a little bit bigger than that.
Okay.
I got
A little bit. They're more wide.
Okay.
Where'd I put my phone? Oh, here it is. I got to send a picture of Dagan to.
Mask.
Okay, so those are the GI Joe toys, but not to be outdone, she also included my OG Star Wars. Toys.
Oh,
Yeah. Now you have the 77 to 83 line /85. Oh yes,
Do you have Watto?
do.
No, Watto was not in there. So
right,
this is there because
Nah,
it's covered in
Watto,
dust, and I wanted to put this on the set, but couldn't find a way because it's not as fun. that way, Kevin.
Nostalgia, Kevin.
All right, let's move these over. What,
Do you
what
want me
is
to
this?
bust? That's one of the covers for that thing.
Oh, okay.
Do you want me to bust them off? You want me to get?
Dude, you have the straight arm Star Wars toys. Yes. Yes.
Dun, 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 dun,
Bosk.
dun, 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 dun,
No, I have no idea why I have Bosk. There's a lot of these in here that I don't know why I bought.
You got two
Yeah,
Landos.
So you didn't just buy this and it has all of them?
No, this
you
is what
would-
you bought this and it came with the
Really?
stickers and you put them on and then you
Wow.
collected them slowly over time.
Right.
You have R5D4.
Why? I have no idea. Like, here's what used to happen. Like, I used to randomly just go to the
Awesome.
mall with my mom, and there would be a new toy, and I knew if I didn't have it or not, right? I'm like, oh, I already have it or not, right? Boba Fett. That's the bomb right there. That's my most prized possession. Like, he's got a little
like a
lipstick
bitch.
on the back that looks like a dog's dick.
This missile was glued in. It was originally supposed to shoot, and people's eyes were getting poked out with it.
Yeah.
So they glued it in.
Bullshit.
Every one of them.
Dumbass.
Lando looks like a badass. I don't know what happened to his. He used to
You
have
have
a cape.
Greedo.
Hey.
Luke and Obi-Wan, I don't know where their lightsabers are anymore. Their lightsabers just come out of their hands.
Yeah,
Remember
yeah,
that?
yeah.
Have a little thing where it
They were
come
called
out.
telescoping lightsabers.
Yeah.
You have 2 snowtroopers.
No idea why. I guess I forgot that day that I already had that one.
Well, no,
but
that
some
was
people-
the best thing. You could
yeah.
have multiple. I remember all the
Yeah,
foot
yeah.
soldiers I had. Hey, can I get a toy? You already have all the toys. I want another foot soldier. I wanted to be enough for them to fight.
This is sad.
Oh.
I didn't realize this. Like you're talking
3PO.
Yeah,
that's sad.
But that you were just ahead of the curve.
You have Return of the Jedi Luke with his glove.
A New Hope Luke.
Awesome.
Wow.
This might be
Empire.
Luke. Yeah. And then this guy. Who I don't remember him from Star Wars.
No, yeah, he's not a
I
Star
don't
Wars
remember him
character.
being a Star Wars character, Dad, but he looks more like
He
a
did the
World
be- your
War
dad
II
did the best he
character.
could.
He did. We're gonna put him in with G.I. Joes. They're all fighting people.
Yeah, exactly.
cool.
Fighting for our freedom.
So yeah,
Wherever
there's
trouble.
more, but those are the cream of the
fucking
crop
awesome.
from some of the toys that I used to have.
They're
It's
awesome,
funny.
man.
Oh,
Oh,
no, is this Obi-Wan?
That's Obi-Wan. Yeah, he used to have a little.
Yeah,
cape,
he didn't
too.
have the cloak. Yeah, so the reason his legs look so chunky is because it came with an actual plastic cloak. So did Yoda and some others, and then but people would lose them wherever. And this is the 77. This is the New Hope run. Obi-Wan. So this is pretty cool. This is
Right now-
and you can see here the telescoping lightsaber. Well, you can't really see it in the picture because it's too small. But the lights, instead of putting the lightsaber in their hands, the lightsaber would actually retract into their arms, which is why they were straight.
And
He
then
kind of
Yoda
looks like one of those
Why
like
do you have
guys.
two
Like,
Landos?
still.
I do.
Who doesn't want 2 Landos?
I thought it was cooler if they were twins.
They're both 80. No, these are actually different.
One's decoy octopus.
They're both Empire runs, but the dates on the back are one. This one has the dates on the left leg, and see, this is the cool shit about toys and like why people like go online and document all these things.
You're like an antique roadshow right now.
And this one has the dates like the 1980 LFL like marking on the right leg, but the made in Hong Kong there on the left leg, which is on under the date on this one. So these are somehow different, but I don't know how. Oh no, they're totally different. The mold is different on the belt. This is cool.
Antiques Roadshow, Colin Moriarty going around talking about your Star Wars toys.
These are totally different. I bet you if you we should look as to why they're different. One might have came with a vehicle maybe or something, or with like a best.
Nick's
So
going
where's
back
your
to-
Transformers?
Where are the Ghostbusters?
Nice. Yes. What? Yes.
That's awesome.
Oh my god, the GI Joe vehicles
Same
were
stupidity.
so awesome. Oh, the X30. Give me. Oh yes,
See what I'm saying?
Ben Affleck flew one of those.
I
in
have the
Pearl Harbor.
Chinook too back there somewhere.
dude,
The
I
one
love
that's
the Cobra Air Force logo with the wings on it.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I had all. God, this is so nostalgic.
I know.
GI Joe was the best, the fucking best.
I guess she must have thrown away all of my.
Who's gonna fly this one today? We're gonna put the seal and the eel in here.
All this stuff. She must have thrown away all my Transformer toys. Because I had Optimus. I had the gun. Remember
Megatron?
that? Megatron, but he actually turned into like a full size
Damn,
gun.
really?
That was like this big.
That's crazy.
And
See,
it
that
looked-
was like before my time.
Yeah, like,
because
remember when it would transform, it would be small enough for Starscream to grab and like
no,
blast people away.
I'm well aware the
This was
Megatron
legit.
turns
It
into a
looked
gun.
like the Duck Hunt gun. It was
Yeah,
amazing.
no. It was like the metal, the die-cast metal Megatron. When growing up in the '90s, Megatron wasn't allowed to turn into a gun.
Yeah.
So all of ours was a tank with a freaking bright neon orange thing on the tip of it. So I was so jealous of anybody that had the actual Megatron shit.
Yeah, that was me. It's gone now.
That's so
Probably
sad.
worth at least $5,
Oh my gosh.
maybe 10.
Wow.
don't blame
Well, thanks for sharing.
Thanks for having it. This is awesome.
You're getting like a little look into like 6-year-old Colin's life right now.
What are you
Dude.
gonna do with all these toys now?
Store them in the closet, and then eventually, I don't know. throw them away.
restore these.
Give them to Colin to restore them. Just so we're gonna maybe
Dude,
turn that.
I should bring my GI Joe collection one day. It's asinine how big it is.
I mean, yeah,
Looks like-
I guarantee yours puts me to shame.
No, I'm not saying it for that reason. I'm saying like we would probably be able to fill. You have some that I'm missing.
I mean, it blows my mind you have this many.
Dude, you
Dude,
just
I have
collected
probably
them.
6 or 7 times.
That's
as many.
insane. Like I don't like that. Just how?
You just
Why?
when you were a kid, because it was like it was arguably the most popular cartoon at the time. And you bought into you drank the Kool-Aid, man. I don't know. Like every time you'd walk by any toy row, there would be like 30 of them. That's all there was. And then the Marvel stuff started
And they
coming
made
out.
them for 12 years, and there was new ones every year. Like
God,
the
yeah.
coolest thing about buying them, similar to the toys today, I'm sure, is that like you would turn it around and it would show all the wave. But the waves of GI Joes, like in 86, 87, 80, 89, there was like literally like 40 or 50 of them, and they were also cheap. They were $2, $2.50, $3, $3.50. Yeah, in the
Holy
80s.
shit.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's why literally it would be like this. We'd walk into like a Thrifty's drugstore, right? Like a pharmacy. It had the scoop ice cream that looked like little cylinders. And I would walk down my mom every day would be like, fine. And we'd go down the toy aisle and I was allowed to pick out one. But that would happen like every week. So think about that 52 weeks a year.
No, I mean, $2.50. That's totally, I mean, for me.
Yeah, I mean, in the 80s, it's still like $10.
Oh, yeah. Power Rangers were
inflation.
like $6.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
G.I. Joes and Star Wars
$5.99.
toys were cheap too. I mean, and the reason I know that is because I used to look at a lot of and look to buy a lot of like carded Star Wars stuff and carded G.I. Joes, and so a lot of them still has the price tags on them from Child's World or whatever, or Toys R Us, and like the prices are insane on a lot of these toys in terms of like their cheapness, because even though they were more expensive based on the money in the 80s, they're not as expensive as toys are today by any stretch of the imagination. Like money's not 5 times less valuable. The G.I. Joes wouldn't be, in other words, $10 today. But I because even G.I. Joe, or when Star Wars figures came out in 95, 96, when they did the next wave of them or whatever, they were $4.99 at Toys R Us, I remember, and they were, I think, even like $3.99 at Walmart. But then you were paying like $6.99 at KB. But KB had like the rare shit because fewer people bought them there. So that's how I got Leia. Like Princess Leia was really rare, and Obi-Wan was rare. Lando was rare. Stormtroopers were rare. So, but yeah, I have. It's so cool, man. Because like I have the Wild Bill. I have a
Good old Wild Bill.
You went in the helicopter, man. That's how they also got you, man. They
I
were
have
like,
a soft spot for these. You have no idea, man. I have a soft spot for these.
you got the Joe, and then did they come with the helicopter, or did you have to buy him separately? Remember, like they had a vehicle. Like you buy the vehicle. Did he come in the vehicle?
Why did Wild Bill?
Yeah.
There's probably a variation. I don't think this was the particular variation that did come with the vehicle. The cool thing was the bigger vehicles came with characters that you could only get with the vehicles. I remember not Tunnel Rat, but one of those guys. Tunnel Rat's an awesome G.I. Joe, but
I love their names.
well, these are like names. Tunnel Rat's like a name from Vietnam or whatever.
What was the medic's name?
That's Lifeline.
Lifeline. That's right.
And there was another medic.
So
There was
good.
another medic later called Stretcher, who was a guy who came with a stretcher. He was like white and blue.
You're like, I'm
that
not
was in
using
like
that guy.
88 or
Joe's
89.
either
This is
fucking
the
ride or
original
die.
Snow Serpent. The Snow Serpent came back in like 89, different colors. Came with like a snowboard.
So how
which was
do
pretty cool.
Snow Serpent and Snow Job differ?
I think they're probably fighting each other. One's a Cobra.
Got it.
I want to just.
But I don't remember all these names.
I know
don't
there's
remember all
quick
these
kicks
games.
in there.
This is like Hydro Viper or something like that. I'm forgetting some of the names. Bats were cool. Oh, by the way, you have the original Snake Eyes, which is like a really coveted toy.
Oh my God, there he is.
You also just have disembodied legs floating around.
That's probably the legs to the other guy. To that Dreadnought. Dad just put him on wrong. Although maybe Dad just thought the G.I. Joe legs looked better on the Dreadnought.
Exactly. He's playing a little bit game.
We should really start going in and
Customization.
figuring and fixing some of these. It'll be fun. God, man, I loved G.I. Joe for so long. Like I was talking to my brother about it, where I had TMNT toys and some other toys, but like I was all about Joe for probably 6 or 7 years. Like I bought them, like new. And then my brother, so like the old ones I have from 82, like remember, you might not remember, your brother probably does, and you might have had them at some point. The original run in 82, their arms were straight.
Oh, I don't remember
And
that.
that like kind of more like this, and they're like super rare and worth a lot of money. And then in 83 they started making them like this with like those are legs with like the arms that like curve
Points of
in and stuff like that.
articulation.
Yeah. So those original ones, like the original Flint and Duke and all those kinds of guys, are I don't know.
Here's what we
I
should
love
do.
Joe. I
You
love
should
Joe.
get your G.I. Joes. We should make sure we label them somehow so we don't get them mixed up, because I know they'll kill you. And then you and I should just have a let's play session with them.
That'd be
Where we
awesome.
just let's play with the G.I. Joe toys.
I love that. It's the original Viper. Yeah, so I used to just pour over yojoe.com. People should go check that website out. It's so cool. It's like such a really, if you're like a G.I. Joe nerd, it's so cool. People have like all these pictures and all these variations, you can go through all the file cards, which was one of the cool things. I wish I saved all that kind of stuff. And remember when we were at New York Comic Con a few years ago, I was going to the different vendors trying to find like an affordable G.I. Joe on card for like less than $50 because I just wanted to open it.
Why?
Because I
You
wanted
wanted that
like
feeling
that
again.
feeling like one more time of
Oh,
like
I see.
of like
One
opening,
more
but like they
day.
were like they're so valuable, and then I'd feel bad, like
Why?
someone went to Toys R Us in 1986 and bought sci-fi and then like put him on like in a box somewhere, and then I'm gonna come back in 2013 and like fucking rip him out of his box to
They
like
were meant to be
fulfill like a
played with.
childhood fucking
But they were
dream.
meant to be played with. That's the way it goes.
But I
They
do want
were
that
meant to
feeling
be
one more time.
played
Anyway,
Colin,
yes,
what's your topic?
G.I. Joe.
G.I.
A real.
So 2 weeks ago we did favorite dinosaurs, and then last week we did favorite planet.
We did. Yeah.
And now this week I want to do favorite numbers. But we can go a little deeper into this because I think this one could be a little more cerebral and interesting, actually. The question really is like, not only what are your favorite numbers if you have any, but do you like look for numbers and do they like tell you good or bad things when you see them, or like do you have like an OCD tick like a lot of people do with odds and evens and all that kind of stuff? Or so I wanted to talk a little about that and how your favorite numbers kind of came to be. And my favorite numbers are 10 and 14 because that's my birthday. But I also look at 13 and 76 as lucky numbers from American history. And I notice when those numbers appear in places.
Yeah.
13 resonates with me too. It's my birthday. And everyone's always thought 13 is an unlucky number, but I was born on the 13th, and I'm a lucky son of a bitch to have friends like you.
Damn, son.
Plus, it's Taylor Swift's favorite number.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, that just makes
She
it better.
sees it all the time. That's why it's still in her. It's still in her Twitter handle and all that jazz. I don't know. I don't care about numbers. I don't look into
What
them. I
about the
don't think about
numbers
them.
6 and 9?
That's him. You already know that's
No,
his
six
favorite.
and 11 are my favorite numbers. I've always had a weird attachment to them. I guess my birthday is June, but it wasn't because of that. I don't know why. I don't
When
know
you
where
say
the
we're
11
attached
came
to him,
from.
though, what does that mean exactly?
I don't know. Like, if someone growing up, if someone would ask me what's your favorite number, I'd say 6 or 11. 11's weird to me because I'm definitely an even guy. I don't like odd numbers.
Okay.
But 11's odd, so I don't know what the fuck's up with that. Maybe it's the symmetry of the number that I like that draws me to it. But six is the one thing that I'm definitely like. That is.
What does that mean, though?
That's
So
it.
you're into that. So what do you do? What do you do with that
I don't know.
information?
I don't do much with that. I don't, and because that's the thing. So I've never needed numbers to add to things. You know, when it comes to usernames or stuff like that. Like Tim Gettys is usually there.
Yeah.
I'm fine. I don't need to be Tim Gettys 6. But if I had to be a number, I would be 6.
Gotcha.
You know.
How's it going back there, Nick?
Good, sorry. Why? Because we don't have extra staff, so I gotta fix it while it's gone.
You're changing everything. Kevin's got the camera on me while Tim's talking. I'm like, what the fuck's going
It's
on?
been a wide shot. Kevin, cut to Tim real quick. Why'd that get
We can
brighter?
do that. How cool is that?
Really cool.
Get brighter?
You're doing a great job, Kev. You're doing a great job.
Yeah, no, six kind of just has been a thing for me, but it's numbers, colors I understand. I definitely have a favorite color.
Yeah.
Planet, I could care less. Numbers,
Could not count.
I mean, I get it. I understand they're all around us, right? So it's like one of those things where you're gonna like some, you're gonna not like others. There's not really gonna be any justified reason. You saying that like you feel like they come up in certain ways. I don't get into all of that.
I mean, I don't know if I mean it in like a cosmological way. I don't think I do, or in like a way of mysticism or anything like that. But I definitely notice, like when the clock says 10:14, I always notice. You know, like when.
Do you find yourself always looking at a clock at 10:14?
Yeah, I feel like, that's the thing is like I feel like, but I also feel like I look at a clock 50 times a day, so
Sure.
like I don't care when it says like 1:13. I'm like, all right. Like,
Yeah, but because you've thought that before. I mean, that's my thing is like I feel like every time I look at the clock, it's 9:11. I'm just like, what?
Have you forgotten?
No, Greg. Are these two fighting or slow dancing
Road-
They're
together?
slow
Roadblock
dancing.
and Wild
They're
Bill.
slow dancing.
I mean, that's just beautiful.
But like, because this
You got a lot going on there.
Look at that, and you do this, and the other one's legs salsa dance.
This is an interracial homosexual relationship that
It
you
is.
created here, and it's beautiful. Beautiful.
Out and proud.
There you go. Good God.
What about you, Colin?
Yeah, I mean, I see these numbers and I think about them sometimes, but I numbers mean a lot to a lot of people, and I particularly am about even numbers, but not like I don't have a favorite number that's necessarily even. I mean, 10 is even, 14 is even, but like I like to do things in even numbers, and that speaks more to like an OCD kind of
thing, right?
thing. Yeah,
You eat
two
two
sandwiches,
sandwiches,
for
yeah.
instance. Yeah, like I rarely will ever make one
Sorry.
Can you
sandwich.
just cut one sandwich in half?
Like if I'm gonna eat a sandwich, I have to have two of them.
Really?
When you
Yeah.
make the sandwich.
Yeah.
When you order a sandwich, like a sub, you're usually
Yeah, I mean that's fine. It's just because like anything with this, it's all made up.
Yeah, of course.
Got it.
The rules
got
are
it,
completely
got it.
invented.
Yeah.
You know. But I like to do things in even numbers. Like I like if you're counting something or doing something, I'd like it to be even. But
Uncharted
that's
2 is better than Uncharted 3.
No, well, that's different.
What about
That's
4?
4 is better than all of them,
Better
I
than
think.
all of them.
So sorry, I'm so distracted by these GI Joes. So yeah, I don't know. It was a weird topic. I thought it was a nice trilogy though to talk about dinosaurs,
When they
planets,
said
and
do
Really
one
a
more.
trilogy.
You got to do a quadrilogy, right?
quadrilogy.
Because trilogy's odd.
That's true. That's a good point. That's a
There
great
you go.
point.
Next
But
one.
we can throw in Tim's color one, and then like it's like what else can you really go to at this point? Letters.
You know that
favorite
universities
letters?
will not allow that because that's Tim's topic.
That's
which
true. That's a
means
good point.
That's one for him too.
That's
He
true.
has to do another one.
Yeah, he has to do it. That's a good point.
That's the way it goes.
That's a
I
fair
understand how
point.
this goes.
That's a fair
I
point.
checked. I repark my car like 5-10 times every time I park. That's what happens.
Where's Serpentor's head?
God damn it, I don't know.
Cobra. La, 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 la.
His head explodes.
I mean, that's the topic. That's it.
You got to repark your car that much?
Yeah, I have very weird sort of idiosyncrasies that like Tim saw the other
I know,
day.
and I just got to go with
Tim
it.
sees it all the time.
We,
Like-
we walk outside and it's like we're gonna go get food. He's like, "Oh, you want to drive?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." He's like, "Oh, yeah, cool," because I parked really far away. I'm like, "Cool." We start walking. He's like, "You know what? No. How about I'm gonna drive? So then I don't need to park far away." I'm like, "Okay, cool." And
Now-
it's just like I'm just gonna go with it.
That
Whatever
makes
you need
no.
me
See,
to
now
do.
that's not one of them. That's just one of those things where I'm like, I have energy now. At midnight, I'm not going to have energy, and I'm just going to want to walk straight to my car and not have to do 2 blocks. That was my thinking. What you saw was when I took out my iPhone charger, like to give to you or something like that, and then you were like, okay, cool, and you unplugged it and just kind of threw it in my thing.
Oh.
And I just
my
very subtly
God.
opened it up and like repositioned. Oh no, it was the gum. I like repositioned the gums. It was because like in my car, you know what is it? The armrest.
Yeah.
The driver's
Your
side
center
armrest.
console.
Center console, thank you. The top portion of it is all laid out perfectly, so the gum just fits right there. And I buy the specific type of gum every time because it just fits right. It's the Orbits. It fits right
Yeah,
in the spot.
the problem was I didn't. So you know how the Orbits has the little flap that you're supposed to like tuck in.
Like an
I didn't
envelope.
tuck.
Okay.
I just flapped and just kind of put it in.
Right.
And you saw that, and I saw you see it, and you're just like, you drove for maybe 3 seconds.
Yeah, it was like
And then
at
go
maximum.
to do that. It's like, all right.
It's just
I'm
a weird
sorry.
thing.
You have to pull over and fix it.
It's you know what
Please
it is.
get out of my car.
A lot of my weird idiosyncrasies or like anal retentiveness comes from my brother. Now Matt was always a very neat person. I don't know why. I was always sloppy. Like my room, if you walked in, you would get at least 1 or 2 Legos stuck to your foot every single time. But Matt, immaculate. Immaculate car every single time. My car, you could have lived out of for a good 2 weeks before you had to actually like worry about a new change of clothes or food. So he used to make fun of me so much for that I got a complex about it. And now my car has to be like spick and span. Like I have to, whatever I carry in has to come out with me. In
Your car is
that second.
extra spick.
It's very nice. It's an Uncle Scott car.
Can I get a Minority Report on that, by the way?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. I noticed that about you immediately, that your car is in amazing shape considering.
An 11-year-old Honda
Considering, yeah, you bought it when it was new, right?
brand new.
So
Huge mistake.
I just feel like it's in an amazing shape.
That thing smells so good.
Thank you.
I don't understand
I
it.
get it cleaned every week, every other week sometimes. If I feel like okay, I can ease off of it a little bit right now. You know what I mean?
I know.
But yeah, I don't know. You know what it is? It's because I don't leave anything in it. You start to get those weird, funky smells when you leave like food or like food containers or beverages in it.
Yeah.
Take whatever comes in, it gets consumed, it goes right out. I would throw it out the window if I could. If I weren't like really, really like paranoid about getting tickets.
That's why you're worried about it.
Well, no, I don't like
Not because you don't like to litter and ruin Mother Earth.
California, it's a beautiful state we lived in. It's
Exactly.
not like Nevada.
No, fuck Nevada.
Ugly.
Desert.
It's
Doesn't
all
anybody
flatland,
doesn't need
desert,
anything over there.
fucking iguanas.
Oh, are there a lot of iguanas?
You know what I mean?
I, do- I know what you mean. I just haven't seen the iguana.
I've never seen an iguana in Nevada before in my life.
Yeah.
I think I had a drink called an iguana once in Vegas, but
Yeah.
that's
Holy shit. Remember the Sobe drinks?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So be you. So be you.
Never saw
That was
commercials.
the commercial.
for
Well,
them.
fuck.
No.
Thanks for leaving me hanging on that. I was trying to help you out
I'm
there.
sorry.
Gave you a big one. They used to run them
Those
during
were so
Monday
cool.
Night
I
Raw.
liked because the bottles had the
Gecko
they
or
were
whatever.
geckos, right?
Yeah.
But they were like printed 3D geckos. Those glass bottles must have cost a lot of money.
Sure. Did you drink a lot of Sobe because of it?
No, I didn't. They were super expensive. I wish I did. Those were so cool.
I wish I had gotten on the Fanta boat.
Fanta?
Yeah, I
Still
never
can.
drank a lot of Fanta. No, it's gone now.
Iguana.
Fanta's not
I
gone.
don't know.
Fanta's back.
The
harder than it's ever
commercial's
been.
gone.
The commercial, well, you just don't watch TV.
I don't watch TV. That's a good point.
Yeah.
The Fanta and the Fandango commercials ranked the lowest on my list.
Lower than Quiznos.
Quiznos was fine because I actually like Quiznos, but Fandango, now that I've come to use it, I like it. But the We Are Fandango song,
I loved it.
of course you did, because you both love the freaking Virgin
Virgin
America
America
song.
song.
my
Yeah,
God.
we
When
did.
By the way, it's
so when
gotten
we were
longer.
hanging out with your friend Poe, he
Yeah.
told us the story
Oh,
about
right.
how he just straight up stopped going to Quiznos because of with Quiznos song.
Eat Quiznos song.
Like he was like, I'm fucking out.
Poe saw that and to this day, 20 years later, still will not go inside a Quiznos. He was dating a girl and she wanted a Quiznos sandwich. And he was like, you can go in there if that's your choice, but I'm not going in. He stood outside the Quiznos.
And like talking to him about this, he was I could see him getting heated. He was so upset. He wants to just fucking punch Mr. Quiznos in the face.
Yeah.
Like, why the fuck did you do that? And he had all these like stats about like how much their sales dropped or whatever after those commercials. I'm like, I don't believe what you're saying.
I didn't either till I did read an article one day about it, how they were trying to recover
I think
from that.
Quiznos fell off a cliff.
They did, yeah. They never recovered
It was
from that
never
stupid
out
hamster
here
commercial.
in North California.
Yeah.
But then eventually, I think the commercial brought it to us. Because like that commercial happened. I'm like, oh man, it's not Subway. Thank fucking God. Because fuck Subway.
Yeah, fuck
I
Subway.
I saw recently you did a
poll, Jimmy John's versus Subway.
Jimmy John's versus
Way
Subway.
too close.
First off, I don't like Jimmy John's.
Fuck you.
But let's be real. Subway is like,
Garbage.
it's down there.
Yeah.
Subway sucks.
Yeah.
Subway fucking sucks.
Wait, where do you guys come down on Togos?
I've never had
eaten at
Togos.
Really?
Yeah.
We don't got them.
There's one up here somewhere.
Really?
I think it's in like San Mateo though. You gotta go like down. You gotta cross the border of what's considered Northern
We gotta go
California.
get some Togos? Okay.
All right.
We don't like Togos, Nick.
We don't like Togos apparently. But we love Jimmy John's.
All right.
It's so fast you'll freak.
I can get down on Jimmy John's.
It's so good we don't care that the Jimmy John himself just goes kills endangered animals.
Wow.
Like whatever.
Good for
Sandwich
him.
is
Where they get
whatever.
the meat.
Who cares?
That's where they get the meat.
Right.
That's where my Hunters Club come from.
Yeah, exactly.
If you didn't know, this has been the Game Over Greggy show each and every week. 4, sometimes 5 best friends gather on this table. Thank you, Kevin, for
Got
getting
it,
the wide.
Kevin, got
Good
it.
job. I don't even know why you're cutting this one. Leave it to the wide. They're all on the show,
is
aren't they,
wide.
Kevin?
This is
Go
a
wide.
wide.
Go wide, Kevin.
Thanks, Kevin.
Kevin?
There you go.
Oh,
Nope.
now you're just doing it. Oh, you're trolling me, you little fucking son of a bitch from Peru. If you like the show, you can go to patreon.com/kindafunny, where you can toss us a few bucks. Support this whole fucking crazy thing like you already did. Thank you so much. We'll always be in your debt. But of course, supporting us there gets you each and every show early, exclusive episodes, and a whole bunch of cool perks. If you have no money to toss our way, no big deal. Head over to youtube.com/kindafunny, where we post the entire show topic by topic, day by day, until it goes up as one big video in MP3 the following Friday. Nick, once again, immaculate job in here. This
Thank
is
you,
amazing.
and thank you for bearing with me today because we need like one more person on staff that can just go around and like adjust cameras and stuff. Because now that Kevin's job has become infinitely more complex, it's going to be a little hard to tweak. But thank you for bearing with me today, and thank
Anytime.
you to the audience for bearing with me, walking around, fixing lights and shit like that. I promise this will not be the last time I do that.
Until next time, it's been our pleasure to serve you.